How we doing today, guys? It's Jesse with the Common Man Corpus Christi, bringing you news and politics through a common sense lens. And if you haven't noticed, or if you've been hiding under a rock, there's been a leak from the Supreme Court that thinks that there's a very good possibility, praise the Lord, that Roe V Wade is going to get overturned and is going to return to a states' rights issue where we can battle it more closely to home. Well, and as of no shocker, that should come as no shocker to anyone, the left had an absolute meltdown, and there have been protests, violent in some cases, outside of not only Supreme Court justices' own personal homes, but also out in different types of churches all around the country. So we're going to check out all of that, get into the White House's response to all of that, and we'll give you my thoughts on everything too. So before we get into this article from the Washington, where was this one from? Yeah, the Washington Examiner. Before we get into this article from the Washington Examiner, do please hit that like button if you enjoy my content, share it with all your friends, and subscribe if you are not already, because it costs you absolutely nothing more than a little bit of your time, and it really does help this channel grow. So here we go. From the Washington Examiner, White House warns protesters outside of Supreme Court homes not to use violence. How about we just don't protest outside somebody's private home to begin with? There's a thought. I don't know. You try that stuff in Texas, I don't think it's going to turn out very well for you. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki had a few words for protesters gathering outside of the House of Supreme Court Justices. Psaki tweeted Monday that the White House opposed intimidation tactics against the judges. The statement came after there were reports of vandalism at an anti-abortion center in Wisconsin and multiple protests outside of the homes of Supreme Court justices. The White House strongly believes in the constitutional right to protest, but that should never include violence, threats, or vandalism, Psaki said. Judges perform an incredibly important function in our society, and they must be able to do their jobs without concern for their personal safety. That's a hell of a flip. This is flipped on the script from 2020, where the riots that we had all summer, the summer of love, as the, Portland mayor thought it was going to be, that it turned in over $3 billion of damage, and I think almost 25 people dead. Yeah, they've really flipped the script from that whole, peaceful protest thing like the Constitution says. Psaki's remarks came days after the abortion rights activists gathered in front of the homes of Justice Brett Kavanaugh and Chief Justice John Roberts to protest the leaked draft opinion suggesting the court is prepared to overturn Roe v. Wade. The protesters appeared outside of Kavanaugh's house carrying signs and chanting slogans before walking half a mile to Roberts' home, then back to Kavanaugh's home before police ordered them to leave the area. Additional protests have been scheduled by the protest group Shut Down D.C. in front of Justice Samuel Alito's house on Monday. There have been no reports of violence connected to the protests yet. Unknown parties vandalized the offices of an anti-abortion organization, pro-life. How about anti-baby murdering organization? There's a thought for you. The people scrawled messages and spray paint at the site and allegedly threw Molotov cocktails into the office space, according to the police reports. So yeah, nothing's gotten violent outside of the Supreme Court justices' houses yet, but it's already getting violent in other places. The left is losing their mind. A draft of Alito's opinion in recent case involving abortion leaked last week, which we already knew. Not the final opinion, but most likely it's going to be. So let's check over here at the Blaze, because this, like I said, also happened. This happened in the middle of a Catholic church. These were protesters that showed up in handmaids' outfits, because apparently that's the only reference they have for any of this. Is a show that's literally been out, 3 years, even though this is an issue we've been dealing with since at least 1972, as far as on the federal level. So here we go, from theblaze.com. Fed up man climbs over pew, stops red-robed pro-abortion demonstration in their tracks, cutting short the disruption of Catholic Mass. These people are literally trying to interrupt church services to protest this. These church services have absolutely nothing to do with what's going on. So yeah, here comes boss man jumping over. What is this guy supposed to be, their security? Come on, man. A decidedly annoyed man was caught on video climbing over a pew and stopping a red-robed pro-abortion demonstrations in their tracks, cutting short the disruption of a Catholic Mass Sunday in Los Angeles. Man, that's going to be the highly, highly Hispanic culture, and you're going to go in there and mess with their Catholic Mass? So let's see if we can find the video. I was getting ready for a stampede, and I glanced near the Atkins told the outlet, adding the demonstration held a large green banner, though he could not see what was written on it. CNA said cathedral staff and parishioners intervened. Cell phone video posted on Twitter captured the moment one man dressed in jeans and a blue and white checkered shirt climbed over a pew to confront the demonstrators in the aisle. So there you go. There's the picture of him jumping over. Indeed, he brought the demonstration to a sudden halt as he appeared to bash a sign from the hands of one activist, then port toward the exit. Nice. Get the hell out of here. Others stepped in to help, and the demonstrations were escorted from the church. The video ends with one parishioner hollering, voice trails off in an eerie echo. All right, so let's go check out this video real quick. All right, let's watch this together and see what happened. Yeah, there he goes. There he's climbing over. Right, there you go. There he knocks the sign down. I love it how the priest is still going in the background.
You're attacking me right now. You started attacking me. No, you're going towards our preacher. All of these people watching. Go towards our preacher. Get out.
Got a little tussle over here in the background too, trying to get these people out.
You turned it into something else.
These people are ridiculous. Who interrupts a church service? These people literally have no morals anymore. It's a cult. All right, let's see if we can kind of jump to the end over here and watch them leaving. Yep. You don't have...
Get out of here!
Protests can happen in publicly available accommodations. This is a church. Out you go. That's hilarious. So yeah, straight up kick them out. But this is one of the reasons why I say the tide is changing. I think that's something a lot of people need to understand is people are starting to push back. People are getting fed up with this garbage and they're not going to deal with it anymore. And I think that's absolutely beautiful. And I think that's the only way we're going to stop this is when normal, average people stand up and start pushing back. So Bill Maher says, once again, the tide is turning. Bill Maher, shocked to learn the basic abortion facts amidst Democratic talking points are just factually inaccurate. So let's see some of the stuff that he found out. I learned things this week because this put it on the front page that are pretty basic things that I did not know about abortion. Like in Europe, the modern countries of Europe are way more restrictive than we are, or what they're even proposing. If you are pro-choice, you would like it a lot less in Germany and Italy, France, and Spain and Switzerland. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Welcome to the party, Bill. The rest of us have only been screaming that for years. So glad you're finally waking up. Little late, but we'll take you anyway. I learned most people who are pro-life are women. Did not know that, and I thought this was interesting. Most abortions now, even when you go to a clinic, are done with the pill. The pill. And pills are easy to get in America. So, for the people who say we're going back to 1973, we're not. That's just factually inaccurate. And he's right. So like I said, the tide is changing. Even Bill Maher is waking up. And then this is just part of the sick cult. And these are the kind of people that are making people like Bill Maher wake up. Because this is how sick and twisted these people are. They are in a cult, and it's absolutely disgusting and disturbing. Watch. MSNBC guest jokes that she'd like to make sweet love to SCOTUS leaker and joyfully abort our fetus. These people are sick. It is a cult. They are demented. They are demented, crazy people. They are possessed by demons. I'm telling you. Aaron's razor on, if you've ever watched the Steve Day show, most likely it's just demonic. But Clarence Thomas did respond, and I absolutely love this. I love Clarence Thomas. He's a great Supreme Court justice. I love listening to him speak. I think he's a very smart and wise man, and I'm so glad he is on the Supreme Court justice. Thank the Lord for that one. So this is Clarence Thomas's response. Clarence Thomas promises the Supreme Court will not be bullied after chaos erupts over leaked opinion draft. What did Thomas say? We are becoming addicted to wanting particular outcomes, not living with the outcomes we don't like. We can't be an institution that can be bullied into giving you just the outcomes you want. Thomas, however, did not directly refer to the leak. Instead, he cited events from earlier this week, describing it as a symptom of an increasing intolerant society. Additionally, Thomas concerned that a different attitude among younger Americans is eroding trust and respect of law. Recent events have shown this major change, and it bodes ill for a free society. He described the leak as absolutely appalling. If a person behind it thinks this will affect our work, that's just foolish, Robert said Thursday at a judicial conference. The source of the leak is being investigated by Colonel. Yeah, we know that. We already have my little theory on that. Last week, I went over Will Chamberlain's theory, I guess was what we should say on all of that. So, yeah, this is where we're at. Supreme Court, Justice Clarence Thomas has responded and said things aren't going to change, which I really hope that is the case because Roe V Wade absolutely needs to be overturned so we can save the life of all these beautiful unborn children that are out there. So I want to give you guys a little update on everything that's been going on, all the wildness that went on over the weekend and has been over the last week with all these protests with just a leaked document. It's not even the final decision yet, but it sounds like most likely it will basically be the final decision, and I cannot wait for the day it is announced, not only for the leftist meltdown that will happen, but also for the beautiful fact we will be one step closer to absolutely banning abortion in the United States and saving all of those millions of beautiful babies that are not with us now that should be and in the future will be here because Roe v. Wade and other evil bills like this are going away. We are going to stop the worship of Moloch and the child sacrifice one way or another in the United States, and it looks like I said, the tide is turning and more people are joining our ranks every day, and it's a beautiful day to live in the United States. God bless the United States of America, and thank the Lord so very much for all of this coming down the way it has. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you do enjoy my content, hit that like button, share it with all your friends, and subscribe if you are not already, because it costs you absolutely nothing and it really does help out this channel a lot. This is Jesse with the Common Man Corpus Christi, bringing you news and politics through a common sense lens. Thanks for watching.